We are here today to officially launch the latest report by the Malabo Montpellier Panel of Experts in Agriculture and Food Security, themed Value Up Policy Innovations to Advance Africa's Food Processing Sector for Growth, Jobs, and Health. This report focuses on strategies to boost Africa's food processing sector.
We're trying to find ways of understanding where there has been positive change continentally across the countries, across the different segments and sectors, understand that positive change, document it, and then try to share those lessons that allow us to be able to imitate them where we need to accelerate them where we need to scale them up where we need to.
Africa can leapfrog over the health and obesity problems of the food processing industries of the rich West and the rich East by combining convenience with healthy nutrition and diversity. Such African foods will also find a global market.
Food processing is one of the most important pathways for improving the nutrition status of many population groups across Africa and boosting the agri-food systems and beyond the economic development at large. Good nutrition is at the core of achieving the fundamental right to food we are all yearning for, and for human resources development, as human capital is still the main engine of the development of nations. So, a well-nourished and healthy population contributes to improved well-being and livelihoods for all, poverty reduction, and economic growth.
20 years of implementation of CADEP has seen an increase in Africa's gross domestic product, our GDP, although we could have done more, but at least this instrument is really helping us to shape the way of the transformation of agriculture on the continent. So it is good that we are working with a plan framework program, a continental plan framework program, the only common policy for agricultural transformation on our continent.
In the African market, there is high interest or demand for consumption of processed foods, and therefore there is an untapped potential for the food processing sector to get more from the African market. In addition to the demand dynamics, there are also potential benefits to gain from the food processing sector. We have seen that the foundation of the food processing sector relies mostly on smallholder farmers. So the growth of the food processing sector benefits many actors across the value chain.
We deployed a four-step approach using three indicators: agriculture production index per capita, the value of imported food processing machinery, and also the share of exports of processed foods that were exported to other countries in Africa.
The need to incentivize the establishment and growth of food processing enterprises. Boosting the production of processed foods necessitates greater investment in improved processing equipment as well as infrastructure to assure raw material supplies and low-cost delivery in both urban and rural areas.
The ultimate goal in everything we are talking about is creating viable food processing enterprises. And to create food processing enterprises, like any other enterprise, we must engage appropriate technologies. We must engage the appropriate human capital.
A lot of us have to put in effort in policies that work, thinking through the value chain and making sure that everybody along the line is doing what is needed.
We've selected 10 crops, vegetables, the cereals, and our root crops. And whilst we target increase in production of these crops, and the whole idea is to link production to industry.
We want to really increase production and productivity while building climate resilience of our farms, but also ensuring sustainability of agri-produce supply chains.
The idea is quite simple. We try to find in our economy or in our country the products or the sector that we can produce internally instead of importing it.
Government needs to be intentional about food processing policies. Business ideas can be created, bankable projects can be developed and designed. The private sector can really kick off and use the opportunities. This is why the Malabo panel provides these reports. Policy matters.
The sector employs a lot of people in some countries as high as 50%. And then, just the low productivity of agriculture means that those people have lived in poverty. Productivity has always been the biggest driver. When you double production and there are fair prices, farmers immediately earn more income. They can invest in even better technologies, can invest in production infrastructure.